All right, so Aaron Rodgers just got cut by the Jets, and first of all, the Jets are kind of doing him dirty because I don't think we usually see announcements of before a cut happens or anything like that. Of yes, the New York Jets are moving on for Aaron Rodgers at quarterback after this season, right? That seems like a loaded statement from the new administration at the Jets, Aaron Glenn, the new GM. I also think it means that Woody Johnson is giving them power because I don't think Woody Johnson moves on from Aaron Rodgers, unless maybe his teenage sons are like, yeah, he sucks right now, so we should move on from him. So, that very well maybe his Madden rating went down though. We know how things operate on the Jets now, but I think for the Jets long term, this quarterback class, free agency, maybe a guy like Justin Fields. I don't know what they do. Aaron Rodgers is the more interesting scenario in my opinion, because yes, we've all made the jokes about the Minnesota Vikings, and they are funny as hell because him and Favre are literally following the same timeline right now. However, if I'm the Vikings, if I'm paying $30 million to a quarterback, I'm gonna pay Sam Darnold, not Aaron Rodgers. Because Sam Darnold right now would take a 1 year or 2 year $60 million deal to stay in Minnesota and just keep working on his image before he gets a massive contract somewhere else because he's still young. I don't think giving $30 million to Aaron Rodgers makes any sense. He has not proven to be a beneficial locker room guy in the last 2 years. He has not proven to play well at quarterback. And yes, the Vikings situation is way better than the Jets situation, but I just don't see it. He also wants things in his particular way. He is a stubborn individual. He's also kind of a crackpot off the field. I don't know if the Vikings want that distraction when they could just go ahead with J.J. McCarthy, re-sign Daniel Jones to be the backup. That's what I would do. Other options, Pittsburgh already said they don't want him. I don't think the Giants are going to go get him. I don't think we have the money to go get him. So I really don't know what happens with Aaron Rodgers. It would suck to see him go out this way. I think he wants to keep playing football. Him flying all the way to New York to meet with the Jets kind of proves that. But it's just a interesting situation. There was so much hope 2 years ago, and I think the first year they genuinely could have done something because Rob Saleh was probably coaching at his best. That team won a lot more games than they were supposed to post post Aaron Rodgers injury. If y'all remember, they gave the Kansas City Chiefs a run for their money in New York. That was a massive game for Zach Wilson at the time. And then obviously towards the end of the year, everything slid off the rails and they started getting blown out again and everything like that. And then the controversy with Aaron Rodgers coming back, all of that. A lot of distractions. Classic New York Jets behavior, to be perfectly honest. They're kind of cursed. But yeah, I don't see a perfect fit for Aaron Rodgers anywhere. Maybe the Raiders. Decent media market, cool place. They have some talent. He could be like the stopgap veteran quarterback. But to say stopgap veteran quarterback for Aaron Rodgers is kind of surprising, right? Like he put up decent stats last season. He threw 11 picks, which I don't think I've seen Aaron Rodgers throw 11 picks ever. Like I can't remember the last time he played that poorly. So it was really bad season, Aaron Rodgers standards. Decent season for any other quarterback. Had some really good games in there. Had some really bad games in there. Like there were some games where it looked like Aaron Rodgers was cooked. So I don't know if he's going to do a darkness retreat, go do some ayahuasca in a jungle in South America. I don't know what his plan is to figure out what to do next. I don't know if he wants to play more football. It would kind of suck for him to retire off of this note, like getting cut and having to retire. But it's also going to be a post June 1st cut for cap purposes, I believe, which means that he cannot sign with a team until June, which is also like, you want your quarterback on the team. So that's another complication to this entire process. But yep, those are my initial thoughts on this benching. I think a lot of us expected this to happen. It still changes a lot of things of what this offseason could look like for all of the teams wanting quarterback. It's already such a major demand and short supply, and they just added one more buyer into the mix with the New York Jets also needing a quarterback now. So Allen Lazard, Devontae Adams probably out of there. Good thing they didn't sign David Bakhtiari. I don't know what David Bakhtiari is doing in his NFL career now, but yeah, just an insane insane long-term legacy thing to think about for both sides in this situation. I think in the short term, like I said, a lot of us expected this to happen, but long term for the New York Jets, for Aaron Rodgers, I don't know how this move ended up working out in the long term. Obviously, it didn't. They had Super Bowl aspirations, but we can now officially call a time of death on the New York Jets being contenders again. And I think there's a very real chance that Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams, I think there's a very real chance that all of them want out of there after everything that they've been through, with all of the hope and excitement of the Aaron Rodgers era, and then how it's ended and how it went in the middle, and everything with ownership. I can see that happening. I feel bad for Aaron Glenn. I think he's a phenomenal head coach. I think this is just a shitty situation to inherit. I don't think he should have gone and worked for Woody Johnson. And now obviously you're going to take any head coaching job, but he could have gotten the Saints job. He could have gotten any other job that he wanted after how the Lions ended that season against the Vikings. Commanders game, notwithstanding because of injuries and stuff like that. But yeah, those are my initial thoughts on all of this. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Peace.